Greetings, Woe Nation. It's me, the Harambe Keeper. Got my ears lowered today, or no, it was yesterday before the show. My barber, I got to talk with him. I love him to death, and because he's the only barber who can do my hair, because the young one quit and the old one got old, like frighteningly old. Oh yeah, Donna Bristow. Here's the pizza. Yeah, that's what's left of it. I'm not, no pimp, I'm not going to eat it. I promise you, I'm not going to eat it because, well, I'm full now because I've eaten enough of it. So I'm going to just be on here for a few minutes real quick to get you guys updated. Alexander Clark, he and I just talked. I got a buddy I got to hook up with who's helping me out with it. I'm going to, like, literally as soon as I get done with this podcast, I'm going to start working on his bacon bomb. The meat is thawing in the sink as we speak. I'm gonna get that prepped tonight, and then I'll throw it in the watermelon. Well, either I'll just throw it in the bowl tonight and just let it sit, and then throw it in the watermelon, or I'll throw it in the watermelon tonight and just let it sit and get it on the grill tomorrow, because it's about 3 pounds of meat, and I don't even want to think about how much bacon. Basically, it's going to have to sit on the grill for about 4 hours. So that's one thing that's going on. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what's going on. That happened. I want to say about 3 hours ago. I got the update from Alexander when to finally come to our next meeting point, which I can't remember where it is right now, but you guys will find out when we meet up on Sunday. I'm thinking about talking to my doc and doing a 1 month frickin' I'm thinking about doing like 1 month to where I try testosterone treatment, which is going to cost me $200. Here's the thing: I gotta keep my promise to pimp. I gotta be down to 225. Everybody in the gym knows I'm killing my damn self. My testosterone's under 300. I'm fighting for every damn ounce. Okay, here's the thing: my Jeep's broke down. Oh, speaking of which, this is going in on Monday. It's going to be a long damn day ripping the dash out to do the heater horn. So yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be wonderful, lovely, and fun. Today, I flushed out my coolant system by just running water all the way through it. Then I ran gunk through it, and I'm going to throw coolant in once I get that heater core in. Then I get to push the grill forward, drill both the seized-in bolts out. I'm gonna need to get an oxyacetylene torch to warm it up real good, and we're gonna see if the candle trick that one of my instructors taught me when I was in school works. Because what you do is you heat it up with a torch, you put the candlestick, you shove the candlestick in, and it's supposed to just loosen up to where it just comes right out. So we're gonna find out how that works. So in case those of you haven't seen it, here's the heater core I'm going to be stuffing in my Jeep on Monday. I have a friend who I'll simply say we go to the gym together. I finally got some cash now. So what I'm going to do once I get my Jeep back up and running, I literally went out and got a bottle of catalytic converter cleaner, and we're going to see how well that works. I'm going to try to get my Jeep up and running because I finally have tires that aren't drag slicks. The plan is get the Jeep up and running to, at the very least, I can drive around town in it and not get pulled over by the cops because, well, they, they need revenue, just like everybody else. So yeah, I got to be really careful about that. But no, trying to see if I look at all sunburned because I feel sunburned. Obviously I was out in the sun all day, flushing out my coolant. But yeah, I did the yes sir, no sir, screw you sir talk last night, and it's like I swear I had a guy I was interviewing for a job, and I had a friend and a friend of mine kind of vouched for me as best he could. He's a civilian, but he's one of the very, very few civilians that I actually like. So, um, yeah, I didn't. I even called the guy and said, "Hey, what's going on?" in the nicest way possible. It's not. I didn't give him the "listen, mother" talk, or nothing like that. Just, hey, if you could let me know what's going on, that'd be really cool. I didn't even get the basic dignity of a call, basic respect of a callback. But hey, it is what it is. Um, I've got to. I'm gonna get a hold of. I'm gonna get a hold of Pete Barlow and have him kind of get to working a little more on helping me with the writing program. I'm gonna have him kind of give me a point by point, a point by point, a bullet point, a bullet point list of things that need to be fixed, and then I'll start fixing them. Because my current editor, the one who helped me actually edit my book, he's way too busy for me to be helping me. So I'm going from literally being able to go over my editor's house and just hand him a thumb drive to having to send my stuff halfway across the world. Yeah, it's quite a change, but it is what it is. I've got to what I've got to do is I got to time it to where everything is kind of, I don't want to say published together, but everything. Like I've got one guy I want to do help write a book on. It's going to be the ultimate firearms for dummies guide. That's not going to be for a while, but I want all my other stuff done to where it is. Once that's done, I can just plug that right in, and everybody gets to reading that, and they get one hell of an education on firearms simply because the guy's an engineer, he's an armorer, he builds guns like me and my friends like to build engines. So, yeah. Hey April, how you doing? Yeah, it's unexpected. Somebody needed to do something tonight, so I figured I'd just come on and just start running my mouth and saying what's on my mind and see who pays attention and see who wants to jump in. If anybody from the Woe family wants to jump in and just start a conversation, I'm completely cool with that. So yeah, if everything works out the way I hope it will, my one of my welder buddies and I are going to have a strategy session. April, this is my project for Monday. I know I've showed it one time too many, but yeah, I have a heater core in my future, and even though it's a Jeep and it's really small, it's still going to be a pain in the ass to disconnect everything. And basically, I'll end up completely ripping out my dash. So yeah, that'll be just lovely, wonderful, and otherwise peachy. And it's one of those things when you're doing a heater core and stuff like that, and that's one of those jobs you have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those horrible rite of passage like jobs to kind of it's like a trial by fire doing a heater core where you're having to rip out your dash. It's just one of those jobs you have to do. Okay. So yeah, I'm doing this simply because I want to jump on and see if I can get a conversation going, see if I can get just something going, you know. No, the plan is I gotta go Sunday to meet up with Alexander, take him some grub, take him some supplies, you know, what little I can offer, and just kind of be an encouragement to him because dude is going, the dude is doing something that's just, I can't overstate how impressive it is that he is doing what he is doing, you know. I can't overstate how impressive it is that he's walking, I think, 2,200 miles from Georgia he's walking from Georgia to Maine, somewhere in Maine. Anyways, it's a long walk. You know, my arthritic feet would be like, screw you after 75 miles, like they did, like my big broken left toe. No, I'm gonna go visit him, take him some grub. I'm gonna try to have I'm probably gonna be up a little bit late tonight, just drawing up a basic sketch of what the grill is gonna look like. I'm gonna do that just so me and my welder buddy can have a discussion because I can't do the welding. My welds look like metallic bird crap. So for a project this important, no, I got to have him do it. I'll just do all the cleaning and all the prep work, you know. So tomorrow is going to be basically cooking. Got to hit the gym. I haven't been really at the gym in a couple of days. You know what? Let me do some sharing out real quick. This is weird talking on my laptop and then seeing myself on my face on my phone on Facebook. It's a trip and a half. So yeah, let me share this out real quick. So I want to ask you guys. I was on J Dub's show he's got on Spreaker just a few minutes ago, and because I am the antagonist that I am, there's this one there's this one country song called "Kick My Ass." Hold on a second. There we go. It, it's by Big and Rich. So I made a smart ass remark that I'm going to sing it at Warrior Fest. So yeah, this should be fun. So yeah, I did a little bit of sharing real quick. So the plan is I'm going to talk to my doctor. I'm going to be like, hey, let's do a $200 like let's do some kind of real, you know, a real jolt to my system because my testosterone is low. Because when I get to Warrior Fest, I got to be 225, or at the very least, really close and in really good shape, as in slimmed all the way down as much as I can be under the circumstances. um, because I can't. I bought an exercise bike for home, and I have a band for exercises. April, here's what I'm going to say: if you have an exercise bike, I'm not speaking from a place of expertise, but I'm speaking from a place of painful experience. Get those get like if you got a Peloton bike, what you want to do, you want to get one of those damn you want to get one of those damn you want to get those shoes that click on to the pedals because they'll keep your feet a lot connected a lot better because like for me I have arthritic feet and I have other problems with my feet and about 10 minutes into a spin class and I always end up with the little female who's like a total psychopath. 10 minutes in, my feet are screaming. It feels like I'm being stabbed right through the arches. Okay. So get the special shoes that click to the the pedals. I have to bike because my Jeep is currently down. I have to bike ride everywhere, and I have to. I don't even take the shortest route. I take the route. The route I take that where I'm least likely to get hit by anybody is about 7 miles just to get there. And then I take another way back that's more downhill than anything, but I'm still somewhat unlikely to get hit. So yeah, I want to say it's somewhere between 12 and 14 miles a day that I bike ride just until my Jeep gets back up and running. But I'm still going to bike ride regularly simply because oh, I'm usually on like a Peloton. So yeah, that one you're taking is good, but there's going to come a point where your body's going to be like, this isn't enough, and you'll have to upgrade. Your body at some point, your body's going to be like, okay, this is boring. We need to kick it up a notch, which is good, but the pain can kick in hard too. Like I do all my you'll see pictures of me lifting. I'll be lifting barefoot, so because it's more stable, but it's hell on your feet sometimes. But yeah, I'm doing cardio to the point where it's like my lungs are on fire, my legs are burning, and my arthritic feet are killing me, And it's all just to get my cardio in, and I've been slacking like hell on my I've been slacking like hell on my diet. Well, I don't want to say I've been slacking like hell on my diet. I've been slacking like hell on my diet, keeping up on my diabetes. I haven't. Okay, my diet's gone down the crapper. Let's just be real. It has. I won't even lie. It's not horrible, but it's close enough to horrible where I'm willing to admit it's close to horrible. Yeah, I got to get on some kind of a testosterone replacement therapy regimen of some sort, which means I got to get a job, which means I've got to dress up nice, and or at the very least not dress like a slob, like I crawled out of a box in a back alley because I'm home. I look homeless and stuff. And I can't use veteran level excessive curse words, obviously. So let me. I have a connective issue disorder, so I can't put weight on my joints. Yeah, yeah, I can totally appreciate that. I don't run anymore at all. Like, so yeah, I have issues with my feet like you would not believe. I have to when the VA is actually willingly sending me out in town to get custom orthotics. That ought to tell you how bad my situation. When the VA is willingly helping me to get me custom orthotics because my joints are shot to hell or my feet are shot to hell, that should tell you how bad it is. I didn't even really have to fight the VA on that. I asked them for it. They took a look at my feet. They're like, yeah, you actually need it. So yeah, mark this on the calendar. I said something positive about the VA because I didn't have to fight them to get something done. Okay. So yeah, that's how bad it is that I didn't actually have to fight them, and I actually have something positive to say about. I did Pilates too. I did Pilates for a little while, and I got my ass kicked. Okay. The bands are good. I do bands from time to time. I should probably be doing them more. I do obviously I do a lot of weightlifting. I do a lot of bike riding for obvious reasons. I do a lot of kettlebell work because it's just I've been supersetting my kettlebell swings with my I've been supersetting my kettlebell swings with all my power movements, like my deadlift and my hang cleans, which is I have this bizarre love-hate relationship with hang cleans. I hate them, but I'm obsessed with them. And they're just hell on my back, but I'm obsessed with them. I've got to actually get new turf shoes. I've got to go to like Dick's and find me some high top turf shoes because the ones I currently have, because of my orthotics, they'll slip right out of my feet. I can't even push 150 pounds without them slipping right off my feet. It does, but from what I understand, I've been talking to people, and as far as the testosterone is concerned, once I get on the testosterone, it'll slingshot me forward. So it's time for me to act like I actually have people skills and get a part-time job. Speaking of which, I'm going to be talking to someone all I'm going to say is someone in the law enforcement community who may be taking my manuscript once it actually becomes a book and turning it into a teaching tool for law enforcement and corrections. And if we can get their shrinks to turn it into a study, that's what I originally wanted to do with it, aside from sharing it with the public and aside from getting veterans to read it and start articulating their own experiences. So that's kind of, I'm gonna gently, I'm gonna try not to follow her dead from the shock. I'm going to try to gently, lovingly, and subtly kind of get a status update, because I planted the seed on it last week. Okay. So I'm going to try to get that going as a little side hustle, But yeah, from what I understand, the getting on the testosterone will kind of slingshot me forward. It'll make all the suffering worth it. And I mean, I have lost weight, but it's always people notice me losing my weight, and then the weight starts to come off. You see what I'm saying? They notice the work, and then all of a sudden the scale starts to reflect it. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck right now, and that I'm working on. Because the cardio is actually getting easier. My body's responding to all the bike riding, and it's like my fat ass needs to do it, And as we all know, I've said it before and I'll say it again, cardiovascular exercise is profanity for fat people. It really is. Let's be really brutally honest. It is. But it has to be done because A, I'm not getting any younger. B, I look at my old ass Vietnam vet father with his Agent Orange flowing through his system, and every time he looks at his scooter, he always wonders which time he gets into it will be the last time he gets into it and is unable to get out. And I look at him and I see my future if I don't get it together, Again, my old ass does not like cardio. Cardiovascular exercise is profanity for fat people. Let's just be brutally honest. So I've got to do it. Now, the not getting hit by cars thing is a bit of a, it's obviously a concern, but November's coming, it's like winter in the Game of Thrones, So yeah, I've actually got to get together with my weightlifting mentor this week. I got to get together with him. I've got to. I'm like, okay, let's come up with an eating schedule, because I like, my depressive funk has been so bad. I had to throw away a lot of my little. I had to throw away a lot of my food prep bowls because they just sat in the they sat in the sink too long and just just got nasty. So I'm starting from scratch. I'm on a wait list for a doctor who does weight loss stuff from nutrition and support up to gastric bypass. So I tried so hard with little. Here's what I'm going to say about BMI. Body mass index is not. Excuse me. Body mass index is not like the end all be all for weight loss. It really isn't. like a lot of your professional wrestlers, like friggin' there's a guy named Ryback. They classify him as morbidly obese, and he is a power lifter from hell. Okay, and if you're Google Ryback and then tell whoever administers the BMI to go tell him he's obese. Go ahead. I'll wait to watch, and then get video footage of the doctor telling Ryback he's obese, of him pounding him into the ground like a tent stake. Okay, BMI is not. That's not. BMI is simplistic on a level that's offensive. It's not a really true. It's not a true test. It's not a true indicator of your physical fitness. But yeah, no, I'm I've got to get on a much more. I've been on a pretty good and consistent schedule, but I've got to get my core work done like every day, like I'm supposed to. Um, yeah, I've got to get a lot more consistent in my workouts. I've got to get back into my kettlebell workout routine. I gotta get hooked up. I gotta get hooked back up with my kettlebell guy, and I gotta get hooked back up with my powerlifting mentor to get me on my eating schedule. That's got to be my goal for this week. When I'm not spending the whole damn day ripping the front dash out of my Jeep, getting my frickin' heater core put in. So yeah. So the plan right now is I'm gonna call my doctor and be like, okay, can we do kind of a jump, some kind of a. I got to work something out with him where it's a little bit more affordable because I got to work something out with him to where I can get something affordable done because I need this jump start. I need this jump start. I've been putting in the work. I honestly I got to be more consistent with it, but I'm still putting in the work. And again, November for Warrior Fest at this point is like freaking Game of Thrones winter is coming, yada 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 yada. Okay, it's coming whether I like it or not, and I've got to get some more traction to get this weight off. I might have to add in like I'm so sore right now. I might actually have to go to the damn chiropractor this week and be like call up and be like get me in this week. I actually I actually asked my neighbor to make me one of those medieval stretch tables, one of those Spanish Inquisition stretch tables just to work the knots out of my back. It's just I'm stiff as a board. It's not I can't even laugh at it anymore. It's that bad. So let's come up with a checklist. Spend Monday. I gotta get to the gym. I'm gonna be getting to bed. Let's see what time it is. I'm actually gonna be getting to bed here pretty soon because one, I'm actually tired and I'm not gonna need. It's weird not needing sleep meds. My editor's actually got to get up for work at about I want to say 7. Okay, so I've got to get up at 7, get to the gym. I'll probably take the way I normally wouldn't take simply because, well, now I think what I'll do is I'll run to the store, get me a bang just to get woke the hell up, and then head to the gym, get cracked out on my normal pre-workout, and then what I'll do either I'll get up really early and go, or if I get my wheel, if I get wheels, I'll run out to like Dick's Sporting Goods and try to get my shoes and my weight belt because it's like I need to get back to sled Saturdays. 230, woman. I'd kill to be. I'm not making like. I'd kill to be 230 right now because that means I'm only 5 pounds away from my goal. But that's a story for another time. Uh, you're 5'4". Yeah, I get. my ex-wife was 5'4", and she was probably about 50 to 60 pounds heavier. Yeah, she was probably about, so yeah, I can appreciate your struggle in that respect. And well, yeah. I ooh, oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, you got to get into you got to get into a class, and you got to find an instructor that'll say where you like I still go to a spin class that it's easily an hour long. It's usually an hour long, and they help you find your limit based on your medical condition and all that kind of thing. Um, yeah, you've got to find an instructor that can help you find that limit that you can really push. Simply because your body will respond. You just got to find out where your limit is and have an instructor help you do that, and then help you stay there, and help tell you when to back off. The beautiful thing about all my instructors can say the same thing. They will never have to push me. They have to yank on the leash because I'm usually on the verge of just breaking myself in half doing half the stupid stuff that I've been. Yeah. So I completely get that. I completely get that. Like when I bike ride to the gym, the big front sprocket, it goes from second. It'll go from third into second, no problem. It'll go from third to second, no problem. But when it comes to go from second back up to third, it's on its own program and it does whatever it wants. So yeah, that's kind of a frustrating thing for me. So let's go over the checklist. Tomorrow, what am I doing tomorrow? Going to the gym. I'll probably go to the gym a little bit later, but I'll at the very least get up out of bed and hopefully be able to get hooked up with my buddy and get my temporary ride so I can run around, get ready, as soon as we're done tonight, as soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna prep the bacon bomb for Alexander, and then go to bed because God help me, I'm actually feeling tired. I don't know if you can notice, but I'm feeling wore the hell out. My body's like just. I feel sunburnt, but I don't think I look sunburned, but I definitely feel it. Yeah. So the plan is get up. I think when I get back from taking Alexander's stuff, I'm gonna this coming Monday. I'm gonna get fully, and I do mean fully, back into. I'm going to get fully back into my diabetes journaling because I used to have a really good, consistent log of my blood sugars every day because they only gave me enough for frickin' they only gave me enough for so I could check my blood sugars once every morning, So I've got to get back into that. I'm tomorrow when I'm at the gym, I will, if he's not there, tomorrow I'll text both my kettlebell guy, and I have a pair of 70s of my own, and I don't even want to say this, but I'm going to say it. Depending on, how things turn out, I may get me a pair of one. I've got a pair of 70-pound kettlebells right now. I may graduate up to a pair of 100-pound kettlebells. I want to be. It's already halfway through April, and I want to. Yeah, I know, April. You're on Mountain Standard Time. Yeah. So yeah, you're not. Yeah. No. I am going to text both my kettlebell guy and my powerlifting mentor, and we're going to get back on that schedule again. I'm going to get on an eating schedule, and then I'm going to get on back into the swing of things as far as the kettlebell class is concerned. I'm going to gently broach the subject of the my of my manuscript once it eventually becomes a book, um, becoming a teaching tool for law enforcement and corrections, and getting into the psychological community and having them turning it as something worthy of being studied. You know, I'm going to broach that hopefully sometime tomorrow. Um, yeah, that's part of the plan. Um, and I'm going to get with my editor, who also gave me my bike, who gave me my mountain bike. I'm going to have him try to adjust my front sprocket so it goes from second. We might end up replacing a whole bunch of cables because the bike's really old, but it's going to be necessary at this point. God help me, I'm going to talk to Jonathan Prude, and he's like, "Oh, I can get you a job. I can get you a job." You know, all right, I'm gonna. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to text him right now so everybody gets. Okay, Jonathan, you said you can get me a job here in the area, here where I live. It's put up or shut up time. Put up, not out. Put up. Put out. Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation about that. It's put up. It's put up or shut up time. Work your squeaky clean mojo and get me a freaking job. And yes, I am texting you in the middle of my podcast. There you go. Texted my buddy about a job, about helping me find a job. There you go. My resume is going to look like complete ass because I haven't worked since 2014, really. I mean, I did a job in like last week of 2018, first week of 2019, but the dude was a complete insufferable turd because, well, different generations of veterans don't always get along because of reasons that we could have. We could have an entire episode on why Korean War vets and Vietnam vets don't get along, and Vietnam vets and Gulf War vets don't get along, and Gulf War vets and GWAT vets don't get along. We could have a podcast discussion on that from here to eternity. It's just a generational thing. So yeah, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up getting some kind of a part-time job, as long as I can make enough for my testosterone replacement therapy, my supplements, and enough so I got food, and I can, maybe take a chunk out of an extra bill or something, just so I don't. Basically, I want to not starve, and I want to be able to afford to eat and get my testosterone therapy stuff I need, and get my pre-workout and my post-workout shakes. I'm good. And all I'm going to say is there is a long-term purpose for Project Smokezilla. And I say that simply because I need need to get some revenue generated for a project I want to get done. Because, like I said before, and I'm going to apologize. I'm a very repetitive person because I have the short-term memory somewhere between a dumb dog and a toddler. It's one of the hallmark. I mean, the problem with PTSD, TBI, and there's like a list of psychological disorders. They have so many overlapping symptoms that it makes it hard to find out, which one you really have. So, but yeah, I have a short-term memory somewhere between a dumb dog and a toddler, and I'm very repetitive, and it drives people nuts, and I own that. I really do. So, but no, yeah, I'm going. This coming week's going to be busy because I'm going to be working on the Jeep. I'm going to be working on trying to get a part-time job, and I'm going to work on. This is going to be hard, not being a curmudgeon because of the last guy who I couldn't even get the basic courtesy of a response out of as far as what's going on, And I get the whole everyone's busy thing. I really do. I'm going to talk. I'm going to have Mary on hopefully this coming week, and I'm going to share something about my modus operandi. It's two things really. First thing it's like when you're doing convoy ops, when we were doing them in Iraq, the times that we would, roll out the front gate would change 5 and 6 and 7 times, and you're just sitting there. Like when I'm dealing with somebody, it's like I'm getting ready for a convoy. It's you're sitting there, you're doing your thing, and you're like, okay, something's going to change at the last damn minute. We're going to have to postpone this, that, and the other. There's going to be a monkey wrench. It's like you're waiting on something to change to the point where you don't want to do anything because it's like, okay, this monkey wrench is going to get thrown into the mix, and we're going to have to make a change or postpone or modify something in 3, 2, 1. It's that constant change, waiting for something to actually happen that's really paralyzing for me. We'll discuss that, and I'll read it out of the book. What I'll do, I'll share with you one of the reasons I kind of became the bad guy, or I called myself the bad guy, because it involves my response to me falling on my sword in Baghdad. It involves me falling on my sword and accepting something that I never should have. Got the munchies. What can I say? No, I fell on my sword in Baghdad. I really did. And I know I haven't gotten closure on it because every time, and all I'll say is we'll talk about that next Thursday when I talk with Mary, and we'll talk about it in just such a way that hopefully I can get an old friend to kind of re-engage and help me get this monkey off my back and help me do some fundraising so I can keep my promise and get the book published. Okay. And we can get things going. I can get some forward momentum going again. I can get the book published, keep that promise. Then eventually the cookbook and the writer's guide will follow along. And hopefully this week will be really productive because tomorrow I'm going to talk with my welding buddy, like I mentioned before. And we're going to try to get that. We're going to try to get Project Smokezilla going. We're going to start out with a strategy session. And I'm going to get him working on that because he's been welding since like since like the War of 18. This dude's so old. He's been welding since the War of 1812. Okay, he's been welding forever. So he seems to think he can get it all done in like a day or two or three or whatever. At least the prototype to where it's something we can work with and we can present and say, here it is. Did we help at all to alleviate some stress? Yes. It was very helpful, and I appreciate it. And I'll say it like this: the mashed potatoes incident that you saw yesterday, that was you partially helping, because my buddy, he had a love affair with mashed potatoes, and I think he'd have loved them because like the fact that I chopped up about 2.5 pounds of bacon and just threw it in, oh, he'd have loved that. Granted, he'd have thought I was trying to kill him because his cholesterol shot through the roof. But yeah, so yeah, you were very, very helpful. And what I want to do is I want to get all this. I want to do my part to help get all this stuff going. That way we can get going back in the right direction, and we can roll into Warrior Fest on a high note. I want to roll into Warrior Fest on a high note where we're all doing well because we pushed through the stupidity we're currently struggling with. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to roll into Warrior Fest on a high note. That's what I really, really want to do that, because 2021 has just been an extension of 2020. It's just been stupid. I mean, honestly, I said this. I made a smart ass remark in a comment. One of my long-suffering friends in California, I says, I'm gonna just get a police scanner app. Well, I got pizza. I mean, whenever the decision comes out over the next couple of days, I still got a whole pizza in the oven. I'll throw it in the fridge. But yeah, I'll get the pizza. I'll go get me some more lactate milk and make some chocolate milk. I'll get me some lactate chocolate milk, and I'll just watch Minneapolis burn to the damn ground, because yeah, it's gonna get ugly. It's not an issue of if it's gonna get. It's not an issue of if it's gonna get ugly. It's an issue of how ugly it's going to get. I want to try and make it to Warrior Fest. Not sure though. Just too many unknowns to make promises. Hey, I'm in the same boat, but it's the thing about being a part of WoW Entertainment for me is it kind of launched me into doing things. I mentioned this yesterday, but again, I'm going to be repetitive and say it again. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. I'm clumsy as hell about it, but at least I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying? I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to take a leap of faith, and I have to hope something good will happen. Matter of fact, here's what I'll say. April, get a hold of Goose and ask him about the really, really, really super, super, super stupid proposal I put forth to him. Ask Goose about the $250,000 stupid idea that I had. Just ask him. Go get a hold of Goose and say, what stupid idea did Mickey come up with that you said would cost him $250,000? Just ask him. Just ask him. Because I'm at a place where I'm finally starting to come out of my shell. I mean, like right now, my place is a mess. It really is. And I want to clean, but I'm getting stuck again because everything is just such an out of control mess right now. And I'm struggling with my depressive funk again. But I've got Warrior Fest to look forward to, and I've got these podcasts I've got to get ready for, and I've got to ask for some help to get things to where my show's got some polish on it, because right now I feel like I'm polishing a damn turd. Okay, I need to take baby steps, and I need to be walked by the hand to where it looks a hell of a lot. But right now, Carl was helpful to an extent as far as the basics, but I need to kind of graduate up, and I need some help with that because I don't even have a theme song. I need to get slides. I got to get out of my own way and get past my trust issues and just get on my manuscript laptop and just do it and just trust that it'll work and that it'll happen the way I want it to happen, you know? Um, but yeah, I've got to stop being such a technology curmudgeon, so to speak, because that's what got me in trouble. That's what my hatred of technology is what landed me in a hospital in New Jersey in a 2-day coma because my stupid phone, I didn't valuable lesson. I mentioned it before, but it is worth mentioning again. Like if you're going to travel somewhere, you hit Google Maps and you see the option to avoid toll roads. Yeah, if you avoid toll roads on the way there, be sure you take the same damn route and avoid the toll roads on the way back. Okay. So, because if you don't, you'll be cruising and you'll be cruising into New Jersey. You look to your left, you'll be like, wait a minute. The Atlantic Ocean was not there on my way there. I don't know why I'm seeing that on my way back. Oh, note to self: I've got to actually call the hospital that I was in New Jersey and get my actual blood sugar numbers. I got my triglycerides, which again over 10,000. I've actually got them as a screen. I've actually got as a picture that's saved, and I actually showed him to Goose, and he's like, "Holy crap, how are you not dead?" And I'm like, "I'm leaning towards divine intervention." Yada yada yada. I've got to find out what my actual blood sugar numbers are, so I can share that and shame some of you diabetic bastards into taking better care of yourself. You know, some of you guys who know, some of you know you're pre-diabetic. Some of you know you're flirting with diabetes, but you're ignoring it. Well, I'm going to help you not ignore it. I'll do my damnedest by this coming Thursday to get an answer as far as what my blood sugars actually were as I went into the damn hospital. So you know what my blood sugars are or were in July of 2019. All I know is right now they just said they were over 1,000. I'm like, well, what were they? I was too busy going into a coma, half coherent, half not coherent, Okay. My son saw a specialist in Ohio for his gastrointestinal issues. We traveled from Virginia up there several times. Yeah, I go to Ohio because this doctor actually, he puts himself out there. He's got a podcast of his own that he does once a week. Okay. April, get on my private chat. Give me your number. I'm going to text you a picture of my blood sugar, or not my blood sugar. I'm going to text you a picture of my triglycerides, and then you can rub his nose in that. I'll get my damn blood sugar numbers. I'll move heaven and earth to get my damn blood sugar numbers from the hospital in Elizabeth, New Jersey, Trinitas Regional Medical Center, or as my roommate at the time liked to call it, Trinit Trash. Why in the hell I had a guy who should have been in the psych ward and with me is beyond me. But hey, what are you gonna do? In hindsight, I'm glad he was there. Even though I woke up and I'm like, I want to kill this man. I want to snap his neck. I really do. Because I just come out of the coma and he's like, And I could already picture some people be like, you get what you deserve. Yeah, I know. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, I'll get that. I'll get the blood sugars. And I'll try to get the blood sugars if they got them. I'm pretty sure they do. Because it's only from 2019. Yeah, I'll get that. I'll send that to you too. And yeah, you'll be able to rub his nose in that. And if I were honest with myself, I've been pre-diabetic. I want to say since 2012. I really have been. I've been pre-diabetic since 2012. I'll admit it. That's fine. So yeah, and I'll I'll get that information to you guys so you guys can see what true neglect and stubbornness and stupidity looks like, you know. So that's the plan for right now. I'm going to get that stuff for you guys. Is April, get in private chat, give me your number. I will actually text you a picture of my triglycerides. This was in June 2019, before I went into the coma. It was that bad. Pretty sure it was a Guinness Book of World Records. So, not one to be proud of, but it'll get people's attention. So, all right, check it out. I meandered on long enough. I've put something out there for you guys. So, plan between now and Thursday. Put my heater core in. Yeah, this is a chair. From a technician standpoint, this is a chair you've got to pop sometime. You're not a real technician until you've done a horrible, monumental, pain in the ass job that is a heater core, because you're ripping out your dash just to get at it. Okay, so I get that done. Heater core. Get back, basically reestablish comms with my kettlebell guy, because I got to be working with him twice a week to get back at it. Kettlebell guy, powerlifting mentor guy, crawl up Jonathan's ass to get him to help me get a job. Shame on Richie. For what? Well, here's the thing about Richie. I love him to death, Yeah, I got to keep my promise to him, so I can shame him into getting back in shape, So, and you know what? Somebody get a hold of Goose. If Goose is okay with me putting my triglycerides on the WOA main page, the WOA HQ page, so you guys can see what my triglycerides were legitimately right before I went into the diabetic coma, I'll put them up there. Ask Goose and Pimp if it's okay. If they're cool with it, I'll put it up. If not, I won't. But I'll show it to a few people selectively so you guys know, yeah, this is legit. So, get a hold of my kettlebell guy, get a hold of my powerlifting guy, crawl up John's squeaky clean ass to get him to help me find a part-time job with a veteran. Who ideally is GWAT, because the intergenerational thing's too much of a pain in the ass to contend with. Just some kind of part-time job where I'm doing something where I'm earning some kind of money, but not dealing with a lot of people, because I have the people skills of a honey badger right now, and I just want to bite somebody's head off. So, no, okay. So it's that all that. It's get a hold of my law enforcement guy to see if he wants to help me turn my manuscript into a teaching tool for law enforcement and corrections. And again, this is stupid, but I want this. I want because I'm in North Carolina, I want a letter from the state of North Carolina forbidding me for trying to get a job in corrections. I want them to send me a letter saying, we've read your book. You do not. We all need to be careful, but yeah. I want it to be like I want them to send me a letter saying, you do not have the temperament for corrections. Don't ever apply for a job in corrections. It would be just this awesome litmus test of how well I told my story. I can't believe I'm going to do this. Goose, read the colostomy bag story to your old lady. I want to see if it's pure. I want it. If she at least dry heaves, that would be awesome. Okay. That's what I want. I want to see if she wants to hurl. Okay. So I no offense, but I want to see if one of you civilians will barf your guts out. Well, maybe just barf a little bit. Because the story of the story of the colostomy bag. It was so disgusting. The first guy who told me, I disregarded the story. I wasn't going to tell it to the second guy who doesn't even know the first guy, confirmed it. That did even exactly it happened. You will never look at a colostomy bag the same way ever again. I promise. You won't look. Yeah. It's think never stick your dick in crazy, only more dysfunctional. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah. So, all right, it's been an hour. I gotta get ready for bed because I'm tired. I'm actually falling asleep like right now, and it's rare that I'm ready to fall asleep this early. I mean, dude, it's. I'm wanting to fall asleep before midnight. That's nothing short of miraculous. So, all right, I've run my mouth for an hour. I've hopefully entertained you, and I've hopefully entertained you, and I've hopefully given you something to think about, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, you guys have a good night. I'll see you when I see you. And y'all just here's the thing. This is 2021 is 2020 on steroids, really. Let's be honest. Stay safe. Stay away from stupid people, stay away from angry people, and just do what you can to get through. And maybe we'll all meet up at Warrior Fest and have a good time, having gotten something, having survived 2021. At all.